it's actually exciting though. It's a new thing that's coming out, and people enjoying it and being part of it, and it's kind of nice, to be. I mean, I think this is the first year for my first horse, isn't it? First year, then again, to have a horse like this and so exciting, getting people involved in racing, it's great. It's a great thing. I guess the experience helps a lot. I think also it's just being patient and having the opportunity to be in the Derby and being in the position, if you will. That when you put in the place like riding authentic and Kentucky Derby. So I guess it helps a lot. I have to say that gives you confidence. You're going with the confidence you can get the job done, and you hope the horse respond for the things you like to do, and it works out. So I mean, I got to give it to the horse. Just so the horse, I'm just the pilot trying to make it easier as possible for him, and it worked out really well for us. Had many conversations at Jeff Ruby's restaurant. We were there like 3 nights back to back, and he said just watch the races, and see things that he's done. From the gate, he's done something that he's kind of spooky, or even down the stretch. So I think he's coming along from since then. But he looked quirky stuff, things like that. And so I watched all the races. Don't worry, I'm kind of aware of what he does. And the other thing he told me is like, just when you come down the lane, I want you to make sure you have your grab in your left hand. And it's like, and the next day he comes back and says the same thing. The next day he says like, you put an ice in your arm, you make sure you're nice and strong. And I said, Bob, I'm gonna tell you secrets. My left arm is my stronger arm though. You got to get him his attention though. No, I got it. I'm aware that the thing he does, and hopefully I can get his attention though. But I think I got it. And obviously then, watching the races and being in the post position that I had, I didn't really like where I was, basically because being the last in the gate, and normally they don't wait very long for the horse to be in the gate, to open the doors. So I talked about, this bad position, not because we are out there, just because we are the last one in the gate. And I know he's not very quick from the gate, and if he's just not really ready, we might break a little slow. But, we got a good position where even if he breaks slow, try to, he told me I like to let him go to the lead. It's like, if he's behind horses, he's going to be pulling you a lot. So, if that's the case, we get to the lead sooner or later. I just don't want to get to the lead way too soon when I'm rushing him to get into the lead and then not having it into fight down the lane. And it worked out good. He broke a little slow like I was expecting, and I kind of let him get together. And by the time I got to the wire for the first time, I knew where I was, and I know where the speed was, and I kind of let him get comfortable. By the time he got to the first turn, he was on the lead anyway, and that's the way it worked out for us. And obviously the horse to be was just a lot. I'm kind of waiting for him, kind of picking to my side, and I know he was going to come outside, but it's just racing. I was kind of leaving the space in inside. He's going to come on outside. When I looked, he was on my outside. Sure enough, I got my left-hander, my whip in the left hand, and as soon as we got down the stretch, I got after him. He responded right away. So just like Bob thought, just get his attention, and he, put a really good effort, and I'm happy that I was aboard on him. Because I know if I would have dropped in there, then they'll be chasing me much faster. So if I'm in the third, fourth pass, I know they was going to be waiting for me to drop in, and then I'm forcing them to be outside of me. Though. They're not going to be inside, that's for sure. They know I'm going to trap them in there, so they will have to work much harder. So they have to go outside of me. They have to go much wider than me, and that's the way it worked out. Knowing that the Tislo will have to be in the outside. So that's like the idea of this thing is making him work a little more harder than me, and by the time he comes with me, it's going to have to work a little harder, and that's the way it worked out. So. One of the things that you dream and you plan, and the horse responds for the things you want to do, and it did. So I'm very proud that the horse did it. very important because that's one of the things that when he comes in to the lane, he gets kind of wandering a lot, and you see the things he's done in the past. I did purposely wait for the horse to get next to me before I did ask him to do anything. And when the other horse gets to me and then did ask him to do something, and he responded right away. And that's the greatest feeling you can ever have, when you're riding a horse or a race like this, that he responded right away. So great feeling. I mean, everybody keeps talking about BODEXPRESS, and I mean, it was not his fault, and he has a bad rap, and it's just sad that it happens here in the Preakness, and to tell the truth, he didn't do anything bad in the gate. It was the way that he was handling there. So not only that, the way he was handling when the gate opened, the guy still had it by his mouth, and that's why he jumped so high and up in there. So it wasn't anything that he meant to do. It was just it was the way everything was handled. Obviously coming with a good horse here, and he's quirky too. So I just hope that he behaves and nothing like that happens too. Very much like the Derby, I think they know that my horse is fast, and I know my horse is going to be in the lead, so they're going to have to run much faster to be on the lead, if they need to do it, though, so it'll be the same thing. But I'm going to come out running and see where we are, and I want to see what they're doing. I'm not going to give it up that easy, that's for sure, so they're going to have to run faster to be in front of him, and then let's see where we go from there, so it's why hopefully he breaks a little better from the gate, and then they know that my horse like to be there, so they're going to have to run fast. What happens like this in the Triple Crown, you're always going to get fresh horses from somewhere that didn't run the Derby, didn't run Belmont, something like that. So, that's what makes the Triple Crown very, very difficult, and your horse have to be the best no matter what, and for them to run on the Triple Crown and come back right after the race, it's really tough. But yeah, you depend on your horse. So, if the horse is doing good and it has the same energy they had in the Derby, I mean, it will be really, really tough to beat, though. Like I said, strategy-wise, we're going to play just basically as a Derby, see what they wanted to do. But like I said before, they will have to run faster, to be in front of them. And if they do that, I know I got a chance that they have to work much harder than my horse has to do, and then I have a better chance. Needs a lot. I mean, these races are so important, and I've been very blessed and very fortunate, to have win a lot of races and win the Derby 3 times now, the Belmont twice, and the Breeders' Cups, and also on, and races everywhere, and not winning the Preakness. So it's kind of missing, though, So I hope that this is my opportunity to win it, and hopefully Authentic does it for me.